Hello and welcome to my Math 1314 online course. I want to show you how to navigate MyMathLab and some of the topics that's contained within it. You've already done some of this, but I want to go ahead and show you from the beginning how to access MyMathLab. The first thing I'm going to do is encourage you to make sure that you either have Google Chrome as one of your browsers or Mozilla Firefox. I have also Internet Explorer on my computer. Internet Explorer does not work well with MyMathLab. Those of you who have Apple computers, Safari does not work well with MyMathLab. So what I'll do first is I'm going to open up Google Chrome. And to get to MyMathLab, you can simply type www.mymathlab.com. It will take you to a sign-in page. I have an account as a student, and so that's the account I'm going to log you into. You have already created an account, and so you would want to log into your account. In this one, from here, you will see the course that is my course. It should say Spring 2016 Math 1314 W03. Click on that. And then here is where I'd like to give you an introduction to how MyMathLab works. Specifically in this video, basically the tabs that you have over here on the left and what are contained within those tabs. The first thing we have is the Start Here or the Announcements page. If we click on that link, it opens here. One thing that you can do to make your life easier is click on the View All Announcements link over here to the right. If you do that, it opens up the announcements in a larger format that's easier to read. At the top, you're going to see what we call Publishers Announcements, and then below that you will see announcements specifically for me. One thing that I'd like you to do at this time is click on where it says Browser Check, and then make sure that all the plugins that are necessary are downloaded. Here you can see I have a third-party cookie check, that one's done. I have Adobe Flash Player, that one's done. The Wolfram, if you don't have that one installed, don't worry about it, we don't use that one. The Adobe Reader, you may or may not want to install it. If things don't work properly, don't open properly, then you may want to come back to this browser check and make sure that that is downloaded. The publisher announcements that are here near the top are important because sometimes they have to service the website, and when they do that, they will tell you the dates and the times that the website will be down. The announcements that I post are very important in that I will normally give you reminders about due dates, and so you're going to want to check this announcements page every time you log in and make sure that you know and understand what's due or what is coming up to be due. What I would like to do now is I would like to kind of show you around the tabs over here to the side. I want to first go to the class information page. So click class information page, and then on here what I would want you to do is make sure to read through the outline that I've provided here at the beginning. It kind of gives you an idea of in general how the course is going to work as far as watching videos, copying down notes into your lecture notebook, and then also doing homework and quizzes and so forth. So go ahead, and we'd want to make sure to read through this. You also see to the side I have a tab that's called Syllabus. You can click on that and we have the syllabus posted. You can copy that off if you haven't already. From here we have a schedule. The schedule is very important. This is something that you would also need to print if you haven't already. On the schedule you'll be able to tell what is due and when it's due. You guys have as week-long activities 4 things that you need to be working on. Register for MyMathLab, which if you're watching this video you will have already done that. You need to complete a MyMathLab treasure hunt and email that to me. And then you also need to introduce yourself on the discussion board and also start the Chapter 1 videos and homework. If you'll look through that document carefully, at the end of it there are some important dates as far as your actual on-campus exams that you have to take. Test 1 must be taken on campus. It indicates that here. It indicates which dates Test 1 is available and so forth. So you want to make sure that you're very well versed in the schedule that I've provided here for you, in that it has important dates and deadlines contained within it. Testing center information for those tests that you have to take online, then I've given you access here to both the Kilgore College Testing Center and the Longview Campus Testing Center. And you can see I've given you phone numbers so that you're able to contact and make appointments with them when that time rolls around. Next tab down is my office hours. You can see here I've listed the times that I'm available in my office. Also note that I've listed which campus I'm located on. This semester I'm teaching in both the Kilgore and the Longview campuses, and so here I've said which campus I would have those office hours and then which room as well. Tutoring. We have free tutoring available both in Kilgore and Longview, and you can click either one of these 2 links to access their webpage and find out more information about that. Be sure if you go for tutoring to indicate that you need specifically tutoring for Math 13-14. And then finally, in this page, there's a copy of the lecture notes. These are notes that you need to buy in the bookstore. It's bound up. I believe it's not very expensive. It would be definitely under $20. It's very convenient for you to buy them at the bookstore rather than you just printing them off page by page from this particular link and then having to pay for your own paper and ink and so forth. One of the things I'm going to note about the lecture notes is that I've made videos to go with each section, but you have to make sure that you have the lecture notes because there's information contained within those that's not contained within the video. So for example, here we see starting out, when I do an introduction to graphing, there's a definition and there's actually steps for being able to do this particular topic, and that definition and these steps are in your lecture notes, however, not in the video. The video shows how to do this problem but does not contain this information. So it's important that you have your lecture notes with you when you start the videos so that you have both the information and definitions that go behind the actual examples that we do. Go back up to the top and press the main menu back button. From here, I'd like to go to the Help Me page. The Help Me page is exactly what it sounds like. This is a place you can go if you're needing help at any point in time. The first thing we see is a discussion board. Students can speak to each other or communicate with each other on this discussion board at any time. You actually have an assignment that I've given you here, and it says see first assignment below, so y'all can read through that. But you do have a discussion board that's available to you. Your first assignment is actually an introduction, and I've given an introduction of myself. This is me and my husband at the Renaissance Festival. We found some cool hats that we got. And then the way your introduction is going to work is you're just going to copy out what I have written and then take out my text and then put in your own text for the different highlighted topics that I have here. So you kind of have a template to go by so that you don't have to come up with your own introduction necessarily. You have something that you can go by. The next thing down over here on the side is the prior knowledge help. If you click on that, then here some students will enter this class being, I'm going to say, skilled in some of the more basic knowledge such as factoring and solving equations and working with calculator and so forth. Others will not be. In other words, it's been a while since you've had a math class, and you may even have gaps and holes in your mathematical background through no fault of your own. If that's the case, then you can come here and you can watch videos having to do with some of these more basic concepts, such as FOIL and factoring and so forth. So this is a very good place to come when you feel like you're missing something and you're not sure what it is. You can come here and look to see if maybe you can find a video that will help you with what you're missing. The next thing, you have calculator help. Calculator help, a lot of us, as far as graphing calculator is concerned, some of us are comfortable with it, some of us maybe we've never used one, and so on there are tools that will help you learn your calculator and navigate through it. There's a document that I have posted specifically for our class, and it's called Coming to Terms with Your Calculator. You should have printed this off already. If you'll scroll down in this particular document or flip through your document, there are certain topics that we will specifically cover in this class, and I've given y'all step-by-step instruction on how to do those particular topics. And then also, it's different. In other words, here, this is a document that you can read through, and it has the steps, but a lot of us, we're visual learners, so we'd like to actually see what the steps are. And so you can click on these other videos, and it's actually somebody giving you instruction on a calculator and showing you visually how to do these particular topics that we do in this class. So there's a couple of things here that hopefully will help you with the calculator. The other thing is the e-textbook. You can click there. I don't require a physical copy of the textbook. I do require the copy of my lecture notes that I have created. But in lieu of that textbook, it's here online, and what you can do is you can click into whatever chapter we're dealing with and then whatever section, and then there they'll have a list of topics, and you can go to whatever topic that you're having trouble with and then look out to the side, and there'll be some examples and some solutions that may help you out. All right, let's go back, and then the last thing I want to show you is where the actual material for the class is, and I want to show you that here as you go to chapter 1. So if you go to chapter 1, there's chapter 1 instructions. I'd like you to read through that, kind of know what to do and what steps to follow as you start chapter 1. I want to take you to the chapter 1 videos. When we go to chapter 1 videos, click on the chapter 1 video link. And then what you will see from here is you will see assignments. There's a section 1.1 videos assignment, and we see the green flag out to the side. That means there's a prerequisite that you have to do before you can access that section 1.1 videos. It says here you must do the introduction part 3 syllabus and highlights before starting this assignment. So I'm actually not ready to do this yet, but here in a little bit I'll show you how those videos work and what you need to do as far as getting started into chapter 1. You have a chapter 1 homework link. You can click on do chapter 1 homework. Once you finish the videos from section 1.1, this green flag will go away, as will this one, and then you'll be able to click into your 1.1 homework, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. There's a putting it together. Putting it together is a preparation for major quizzes that you take online at home or in a library, wherever, a place of your choosing. These putting it togethers are designed to prepare you for that major quiz. There is both a calculator part and a non-calculator part. And I highly recommend that on these particular topics that you prepare like you would when you're studying for an exam, and you take them in a nice quiet place where you have minimal amount of distractions. You can click on the do chapter 1 putting it togethers, and it will take you to those 2 topics. Notice below there's a major quiz. You can access that major quiz from the page we're on, or you can also come over here to where it says take major quiz. You can click into that. Notice it said 1 attempt only, and it will take you to this particular page. That major quiz is a very large portion of your grade, and it's something that you only take once. It's a timed kind of thing, and so we want to make sure that we were prepared for that. All right, I believe that that's all I want to show you as far as the actual tabs that you have out to the side. I will show you some other things in the next introductory video.